Well, hello, tube. It's super duper duper windy outside. So you'll probably hear all sorts of banging and clanging and vibrating and everything else. It's really windy. Today we got Aldous Huxley, the genius and the goddess. Aldous Leonard Huxley. He was born July 26, 1894 in Godalming, UK. Died November 22nd, 1963 in LA. Nominated for 9 Nobel Prizes of literature. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. This book was published in 1955. It's based like in the early 1950s. This dude, John Rivers, he's telling the story to his friend about this incident that happened 30 years earlier, and he becomes a assistant to a Nobel Prize winning physicist Henry Martins and moves into his abode, uh, and the whole family takes a liking to him, and um, the lady of the house, the goddess, Katie, she left for a while to go take care of an ailing mother. Um, and Henry at this point, because I don't know, gets jelly of his wife being gone, falls uh, ill. He gets on his deathbed, so that Katie has to come back, and um, well, she gets back, and she just worn out from everything. Her and John end up doing the hanky panky. Yeah, it's one of those stories. And even after uh, Henry gets better, they continue it. Well, the 15-year-old daughter that lives in the house has the eyes for John as well, and she figures out what him and her mom are up to, and she tries to be a little passive aggressive brat about it. she uh, and we'll just say I'll leave it there because if I don't really want to go into spoiler alert territory, um, but it's got kind of an interesting ending. So very gas Gatsby esque. I probably just gave it away. But I don't typically like stories about adultery, and once I figured out that's where this was going, was I was really wanting to hate it. However, um I actually end up really enjoying this, mostly because the beginning kind of is filled with little all this nuggets um of what's the word I'm looking for? Theology, psychology, sort of Eastern thinking that um, got me to actually get into the book, and then I ended up I was hooked then, uh, and of course finished it. I think if it didn't have those little nuggets, I would have DNF'd it and never looked back. But there's enough of like Eastern kind of philosophy in it that at the beginning that makes it really interesting, and you just kind of wonder what little tidbit he's going to throw at you next. So typically, I say that I like Aldous Huxley's uh, nonfiction and don't like his fiction, but I gotta say maybe I can't say that anymore. Maybe I end up liking his fiction. Makes me wonder too if maybe at some point I need to revisit Brave New World and Island, both of which I did not like. Um, don't know. The dog's over here making weird noises along with the house wanting to blow over. So, Aldous Huxley, The Genius and the Goddess. Have you read it? Do you want to read it? Uh, and if you did read it, did you like it? Did you not like it? It's not one that I really hear about too often, but I uh, I enjoyed it. It was good. It was a quick little read, and I'm glad I did it. So that's it for this one, peeps. Cheers.